black. That's a fact. Mommy love black. That's a fact. Black. Mommy love black. That's a fact. Black. She love Moreno. She love Moreno. Wait. Mommy love black. Black. Mommy love black. That's a fact. Black. Mommy love black. That's a fact. Black. She love Morenos. She love Morenos. Word. Hold up. Word, mommy love black. Illuminati in my pockets, that's a fact. That's a fact. I get boogie in the A with money, all I do is score. Can you D-stacks? Section 4 where I bees at. All the honeys on their kneecaps. I call SB where the trees at. I'm about to smoke these niggas, fuck a G-Pack. I'm in the bando where the fiends at. That long paper, I need that. Your girl calling me suave, I beats that. She love the way I stroke her, me a joker. Best believe a nigga porker. I give her that black bean, that Goya. I kill that pussy, I need a lawyer. Word, hold up. Word, mommy love black.
Yo,
what's good? What's going on, man?
what's good, bro? What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 7 of the Jedi Sportscast. It's your boy Sportsbetting Jedi here. I'm here with my brother PodcastK. Yo, it's been a minute, bro. What's good?
Been a minute. It's good to be back, man. It's got a lot to talk about, man. We got a lot to
Yo,
talk
we
about.
got a lot to talk about. First, we usually do this video with a rundown of what we did previously. However, we've been off for a couple of days. So, just a little recap of what's been going on. We've been hitting crazy plays in VIP. Again, that's the place where you should be. Yes, you can be here, get a couple free plays from us when we do the show. However, if you need and want to make money on a daily basis, tap in with my VIP. All information is below in the ticker below. Just hit me on Instagram and I'll be able to take care of you from there.
Yo, what song was that, yo?
Oh, yeah, that song right there was Moreno by my man Yikes. Listen, that joint dropped years ago. Remember when that joint dropped?
That was tough.
That joint was crazy. That joint is called, like I said, it's Moreno by my man Yikes featuring Fred the Godson. I'm gonna find a way to feature the part with Fred the Godson somehow, either in this show or the next one. But yo, that song was fire. Definitely tap in. His Instagram is gonna be Yikes, Coach Yikes on Instagram. Make sure y'all tap in with my bro. That's my brother. We grew up together, so tap in with him. That song was a banger.
Nice.
I don't even know what was my favorite. I don't know if it was the bars that was the fire for me, or if it was the beat, or if it was the bars and the beat. But overall, that joint was crazy.
Yeah, the combination. This is just a good track. That's a
good track, yo.
That's
good track. That's a hell of a track, man.
It's a good track, man.
All right, so what? Today's December 1st. It's the first of the month. We got a nice NBA slate. What?
I said that rent is due.
Yeah, the rent is due, man. But shoot, we paid it over here. Listen, so we got a nice slate of NBA today. We're gonna be giving y'all a couple of plays. So, what you like?
I got 2 plays. You know me, tail at your own risk. First game, I like Charlotte Hornets, Brooklyn Nets. Targeting my guy. He's been coming through all year. Very good player. Finally getting that number 1 option role. Play it safe, Michael Porter, 20 points. But I forget who it was the other day. I told you guys, look, I would go beyond that.
That was Zach LaVine.
And he did just that, right? I think we took him for 17. He ended up going up as far as like 25. And he did just that. Same story tonight. Michael Porter, 20, safe bet. Podcast bet. You want the bangers, you know where to be, you know where to go.
Absolutely.
Michael Porter Jr., 20 points. I would take him 23, 25, and probably even 30 tonight. Charlotte, I'm anticipating Charlotte and Brooklyn being a really close game. With that being said, he's going to play a lot. Him playing a lot of opportunities for a lot of points. So my first pick, Michael Porter Jr., 20 points, is sitting at minus 235 to play it safe right now. And my second pick, Donovan Mitchell, slow start last night. First half, 5 points. Finished with 18. I'm looking for an explosive night, Donovan Mitchell tonight. So I'm gonna say 23 points, Donovan Mitchell. I would ladder that all the way up to 30, even 35. He's that good.
I agree. Shit, he might even drop 40 tonight.
Might.
Might be one of those nights. We're not saying take 40, but if you do take 40, just remember we said he could go up to 40. So just give us the credit for that too, because he could go up to 40. But 20 is the 20. How much was the line? You said 23, right?
23 for him is not out yet. But it'll be some value there.
All right, cool. So when he says 23, that means you're going to look for his points and you're going to do alternate points, find 22 and a half and go over that. And then, like you said, up to 30. So you can do 22 and a half, 23 and a half, 24 and a half, 25 and a half, etc. And then you can obviously bet for the 30 line as well, and potentially 35. But just stick to the 23. That means over 22 and a half. All right. So it's been a minute from me. So he just tackled the Cavaliers game and the Hornets game. I see a lot of value in this Bulls versus Magic game. And we're gonna go to the number one option on the Chicago Bulls. We're gonna go to my man Josh Giddey. But we're not gonna be picking the usual that everybody would assume. We're gonna go with Josh Giddey for 2 threes. So my play is gonna be Josh Giddey for 2 threes. And then you're gonna also take him for 3 threes. So my podcast play is going to be Josh Giddey for 2 threes exactly. And then the second bet is going to be for Josh Giddey to hit 3 threes. All right. That's off one play on one player. My next bet is going to be, we're going to go to let's see what we got here. We're going to go to the Hawks and Pistons game. All right, this is going to be a high-scoring matchup. On the total sitting at 232 points. Detroit's favored by 10. So we're going to take Cade Cunningham, man. This dude is the real deal. Just like we told y'all in the last episode, we talked about Donovan Mitchell. Cade Cunningham is that dude. We're going to take him for over 9.5 assists. I mean, that's the base. That's what it is. It's minus 108. We're going to take that. Should be light. Not much I'll say in that one. And then I'm going to give you guys a good value play here. All right. It's going to be, I'm looking at Isaiah Stewart. And we're going to be in the same game. It's going to be the Hawks and the Pistons. We're going to take Isaiah Stewart for 2 blocks. All right. That's at plus 116. Isaiah Stewart, 2 blocks at plus 116. All right, so my 3 bets is going to be Josh Giddey for 2 threes on the Chicago Bulls. Then we're going to go to Cade Cunningham over 9.5 assists on the Detroit Pistons. And then we're going to stay with the Detroit Pistons for Isaiah Stewart, 2 blocks. All right, those are my 3. You got K's too.
Michael Porter Jr., 23 points. 20 points. Michael Porter Jr., 20 points. Donovan Mitchell, 23 points.
Perfect. And like we said, y'all can ladder everything up. The only thing I wouldn't ladder up is the Isaiah Stewart. I just think he gets exactly 2 blocks tonight. And there's no need to ladder up Cade Cunningham beyond 10. I mean, he's able to do it. It just makes no sense too. So that's that. I mean, everything else on my list is going to be for VIP. I got a plus 3,000, a plus 2,000. I got a couple plus 500s here. But like I said, that's VIP. So if y'all want to tap in with that, get into my Discord, hit me on the Instagram at Sportsbettingjedi. Oh, and one last thing I gotta say about that is when you guys check the plays and you check my Instagram, just because the podcast parlays or plays don't hit, doesn't mean that the VIP plays aren't hit. I'm just giving you base plays out of my VIP list that I already like in the first place that I'm already giving the VIP. But sometimes you're gonna look, the podcast plays might not hit, but all my other VIP plays hit for bigger value. And sometimes the parlays that I do, I don't even use the same plays over and over again. So you might not even see Cade Cunningham on my parlay for VIP tonight. That's just what it's gonna be. And sometimes even people who are in VIP, you might see some of the VIP plays lost, but the podcast plays swept. So either way, you're still getting some VIP plays. You're just not getting the real money makers. You're going to get whatever it is to get you rolling, all right? So with that said, Kay, we're going to take the show to another level. We always have some conversations like we said we were going to do. What's going on with this Draymond Green and Kenyon Martin beef, man? What's up with that? Man, it's talking crazy.
Man. A lot of dudes talking crazy, man.
I
I
can't see
like
you though.
Kenyon Martin. I like Kenyon Martin a lot. I do. Really good player. It's levels, man. It's levels. Draymond Green, although not the greatest scorer, he's probably one of the more valuable team assets in NBA history. Like, I mean, come on. You know, he's a guy you can't really replace with anyone on. For what he brought to that team for so long, it's irreplaceable. Um, I mean, look, we're gonna get deeper into it, but one guy saying one dude couldn't tie his sneakers, basically, and it's like, come on, bro. That's even if you are better than Draymond, which you're not, but even if you were, you're not head and shoulders above him, man. I'm sorry, you're just not.
I mean, he gets more buckets than him
Barely. He went up there talking about he's a 20-point scorer, man. He doesn't have one 20-point scorer season.
in
Not
the
one.
playoffs. In the playoffs against the Lakers, he was averaging 22. Case. I'm
That's
looking at it.
okay, but that's one series. How many times they played the Lakers? They only went to the final. Only went to the
I mean,
final.
that's true. I think the second time they played against the Spurs.
Listen, man. He almost got it done. Arguing with a dude that got it done.
He almost got it done. Yo, that's what you sound like Draymond right now. That's what he said.
Oh man, it's the truth.
Draymond called him a swing player. Case. That's a little extreme.
They both
That's
take a low blow. That's a low blow. That's a low
that's
blow.
extreme.
That's a
That's
low
extreme.
blow. But I mean, look, I'm gonna pull it up. We just talk about Draymond Green. Draymond Green has one heck of a basketball resume, man. I gotta give it to him. Not the greatest scorer, and that's what we bash him for. Draymond is an elite passer, an elite rebounder, and an elite defender. At a at an undersized position, he's undersized for the position as well. Draymond's exceptional, man.
I
And then
will
he
say
does
this.
the intangibles, stuff that's not on the sheet. That heart, that soul. He's the heart and soul of that locker room, man.
Listen, man. In an undersized position in an undersized era, though. That has to be accounted for as well. This is an undersized. They got twos playing the four right now.
Thompson, yeah.
They got
Amen.
twos playing the four right now. Like, come on, bro.
That's a good point.
I'm not trying to sit here and say Kenyon's better. I'm just saying that's just what it is, man.
I'm gonna break it down for you though. Listen, Draymond Green is 2-time All NBA, Defensive Player of the Year, 9-time All Defensive Team, and a 4-time All Star. Kenyon is a 1-time All Star, no All Defensive Team.
Case, come on, bro. But
You
come
wanna
on, bro.
Come on, man. Yo,
Come
Draymond
on, bro.
Green in 2015, he was 7th in MVP
Listen,
race.
there's
7th.
only there's only 10 players, 10 to 12 players that could be on that All-Star team, all right? And we just gonna talk about the Eastern Conference for that position back then, right?
Man, listen.
What they had Antawn Jamison, who was tearing up the league at that point. Antawn, I was a big Gilbert fan, so I know Antawn Jamison was a bucket, so he wasn't getting it over him. Well, who else they had back then on at that time? What year is that? 2001, 2002 on the East Coast?
Yeah.
What, Jermaine O'Neal? Come on, bro. You ain't getting it over Jermaine O'Neal.
Yo, man. You got it. You got that. I'm just saying, listen, out west, man. Out west, when he was making those all-star teams, right? Draymond, it was Timmy D was out there. LaMarcus
How
Aldridge
old
was
was
out
he?
there.
How old was he?
He was making it though. Timmy D was out there. LaMarcus Aldridge was out there. Blake Griffin was out there. Um, let me go down the list. Blake Griffin, Tim Duncan, LaMarcus Aldridge. Dude, it was good power forwards, bro. It wasn't no pushovers, man. It wasn't no pushovers, man.
Draymond was sitting there talking about Kenya didn't make no defensive
Dirk.
player of the year. Like, come on, bro. Like, no defensive player of the year in that era. We talking about Bruce Bowen.
No, it would have been harder. It would have definitely been harder.
We talking about listen. We talking about Bruce Bowen, Andre Karolinko, Ben Wallace, Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, Cliff Robinson, Meta World Peace, Ben Wallace, Theo Ratliff. Come on, bro. And that was just 2001.
It would have been harder, but listen, that's out of Draymond's control, man.
It is. It is.
It's
And
out
on
of
top of that, we
Draymond's
didn't even bring up
control.
Kobe.
We just talking about in their respective eras whose impact was bigger. The question, it hands down, is Draymond Green, man. Hands down. Hands down. Now, if they were to play 1-on-1, that game wouldn't end. So I'm not even gonna
I
say.
think that's what Kenyon's point is. 1-on-1, his skill set is better than Draymond 1-on-1. Period.
His scoring skill set is better than Draymond's. Absolutely, I'll never argue.
That's what I'm taking from it. And I think what Draymond is saying is, I'm a better team player than you.
I'm a better basketball player than you.
I think he's saying I'm a better team player. Or I mean, we could say basketball player.
That's the basket. Listen, I'm starting a team today. Give me Draymond Green. Kenyon, come sit on the bench for me. Me personally.
Oh, you should make it seem like he's mid.
Me personally. He's not a bum. He's just not Draymond. His impact. I can put 5 shooters around Kenyon and they won't get open.
Oh, of course not. Of course not.
You
Of
know
course
what I
not.
mean? Like,
Of course not. Of course not. I agree with you on that. I'm not saying I would take Kenyon over Draymond, but I don't think I would take either one of them, to be honest with you.
no, we don't want neither one of them.
I
But
don't
if
want
we had
either
to pick,
one of them, to be honest with you. But I mean, for this argument, I mean, I like. Don't get me wrong. Like, I like scoring, man. I like scoring. Like on top of the fact that it depends on what era we playing too, because like what is Draymond, 6'5", 6'6"?
6'6". They see 6'8", but I think he's like more.
He ain't
6'8".
6'8". Get out of
I
here.
don't think so either.
I mean,
he's 6'6". Yeah, 6'6".
I mean, if I had to pick between the two of them, I would take Draymond specifically just because Draymond could bring the ball up the floor. Draymond can set people up, and you can run your offense doesn't have to be hindered because he's out there. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to run plays for him. If anything, he's running the plays for everybody else. I can take that. I can take that. Now minus the highlights and all that stuff. Like I like Kenyon Martin. We grew up during that era watching Kenyon Martin. I used a locker room when I used to have games on the Meadowlands floor. So like I don't want to say not Kenyon, but it's hard to take Kenyon in this one, man. It's hard to take him. I gotta go with Draymond. But Draymond crossed the line by saying that he was a swing player, man. He crossed the line.
Yeah, for sure.
Yo, your mic is making a little bit of noise. I don't know if it's because of where it's positioned. But yeah, man, that was crazy. That was a good little back and forth. That's better. They got a little chippy on that show though. So if y'all haven't seen it, go watch the Gills Arena so y'all can tap in and see what they were arguing about. Okay, I just need you to hold it down for a second. All right, talk to them for a minute.
Yeah, I got you. But yeah, when you look at the impact of a guy like Draymond brings to that team, I mean, if you replace Kenyon on any Golden State Warriors team, they don't win a championship. How does a guy like Kenyon Martin take the pressure off of Steph Curry or create the open looks for a Klay Thompson? The one roster that probably would have won the championship if you
Hold on 1 second.
would be the team with KD.
1 second.
That would probably
guys. Yeah, tomorrow.
That would probably be the one team that would have been able to get it done with Kenyon Martin swapping out for Draymond. You missed that, but I said
No, I heard
the
you.
one.
I heard you.
Yeah, only that roster would have had a chance of winning without Kenyon, and that was just because having KD, Steph, and Clay, it was like so much. But that team with Harrison Barnes and Clay and Livingston and Curry, no chance with Kenyon Martin. No chance at all.
No chance.
Chance
Especially
at all.
that one. No. Because remember, he was going to clog up the paint anyway.
Right,
and
Draymond
no
taking
facility.
so much pressure off of Curry and creating so many open looks, those backdoor cuts, facilitating. Like, nah, no way, man.
Not saying that Curry couldn't do it, but Curry would have had to done a whole lot more of his scoring off the dribble. So no, I agree. I mean, if you swap any of them, neither one of them is winning a championship in that situation. That's just my opinion about it. So, but we can move on from that. So I don't think a lot of people know us, but a lot of people don't. So we both played a lot of basketball, real basketball. So in your lifetime, what was your favorite basketball moment that ever happened to you?
Oh wow, that's on the spot, man. That's tough. I played a lot of basketball, man. Um, my overall favorite moment, like I had a lot of big scoring games and big time games and colleges and arenas and TV games and all that. My overall most proud moment was probably receiving multiple scholarships to attend college for free and play basketball, on that level, and my mom not having to pay for college. Like, and me to this day not having to deal with any financial debt, and have a degree. That's probably my biggest accomplishment. Most people like to say their accomplishments as far as on the floor, but for me, that kind of gave me a head start in life as far as not owing anything when I got out of college, and no, my mom didn't have to worry about that. That was probably my most proudest moment, and that all came from a basketball. So that's probably my most proud moment.
No, I love that answer. Actually, that was great. Mom was definitely happy. I got to see you tear up parks, arenas, courts, everything. So but I mean, since you didn't want to give a specific game, dropping 30 against this or that, whatever.
I know you got that. I'm leaving that to you.
I got you. But you listen. You're not ready for this one now.
I
So,
am. I think I can
for
think of one, but I don't know if that's going to be the one you say.
oh, it's not gonna be. It's not gonna be. So for everybody that doesn't know, we are brothers. All right, we are literally blood brothers, and I've seen this dude tear up people 10 years older than me, 10 years younger than me, people his age and people younger than him. I've seen him tear it up. A lot of your favorite social media basketball players that are from New York City, I've seen him light they ass up. All right. And that's just me being nice about it. I've seen him light their ass up. So I'm
Crazy,
gonna give
man.
y'all my favorite basketball moment of my brother in my lifetime. Yo, do you remember that long car ride we took to Detroit?
Oh man,
Yo, let me tell him. How old were you at that time? You were like 7,
seven or
8.
eight, 7 or 8.
Yo, all right. So if he was 7 or 8, I'm like 4. I'm like 13, 14, right? So my mom and my aunt, they took us to Detroit. I don't know where did they even tell us they were taking us.
New Jersey.
They were taking us. So they were taking us to New Jersey. Imagine being in a car ride from New York City to New Jersey that took over 8 hours. All right, we in the car. We've done fell asleep. Everything. We think we going to New Jersey, and out of nowhere, I'm the older brother, but I'm not really even understanding what's going on. I'm looking out the window, and it takes for him to tell us that it don't look like New Jersey. What side did you even see?
I said, all the license plates say Michigan.
He's 7, and I'm supposed to be the old one telling you we ain't in New Jersey, all right? So so all we see is Michigan, right? And then before you know it, we end up at the Palace of Auburn Hills, right? That's where the
Mm,
Detroit Pistons played at that time, if you didn't know. And the reason why we were going there is because my brother was a diehard Pistons fan, and his favorite player was.
Rasheed Wallace.
All right, that's how we know basketball. For us to tell you his favorite basketball player at that time was Rasheed Wallace, that means we don't need to talk about LeBron, Carmelo Anthony, or whatever, because those are the guys that you should just know are nice. We know people who you don't know are nice. All right. So we get to the Palace of Auburn Hills. I don't even know how this even comes about. Like I'm just in shock looking at everything and realizing we're in Detroit. I'm looking at all the concession stands and everything. How did they even come approach you, bro?
I got the Rasheed Wallace jersey on. I got the Detroit Pistons hat, the Detroit Pistons book bag, with the Detroit Pistons pants on.
Wait, didn't mom also make you a Rasheed Wallace thing with the Pistons and the
Rasheed
Blazers on
Wallace
it?
sweatsuit with the patches on it.
Yeah,
And we sitting in the crowd. I'll never forget they were playing the Miami Heat. And
absolutely. We sit behind the basket too.
behind the
No,
basket, the
no, wait,
lady.
time out. You jumping the gun. Were we supposed to sit there from the beginning?
Nope. This all happened after what you about to get to.
Wait. Okay, go ahead.
We walked down. Remember, we was just walking down we got there real early. We walked down
Mm-hmm.
just to watch them warm up. And the lady that works for the arena came and grabbed me. And go ahead, man. We tell it from there,
So
man.
the lady grabs him. I don't even know what's going on. I don't know anything that goes on. So they grab him up and they took you backstage or whatever.
No, they were like, "You want to do this event with us?" Blah blah blah. And I'm like, "Yeah." And they take me backstage. Nobody knows what's gonna happen or when it's gonna happen. They just know I'm with the people from the Detroit Pistons.
Right. So then I guess while he's gone for a little while, we're getting ready to go find our seats. And at that point, our seats done changed. We went from sitting wherever we was gonna sit. I don't even know where we was gonna sit, to where we sat directly behind the basket, like in
Yep.
the third row behind the basket. When we was on
Yep.
the Heat side, right?
On the Heat side.
We were on the Heat side. This is when like Dwayne Wade was like his sophomore season,
Mm-hmm.
his second season. This is when he was Flash, all right?
Mm-hmm.
We sitting in the third row behind the basket next to the Heat, right? And was this during a timeout or was it halftime? I think it was during the timeout.
It was during either a timeout or at the end of the first quarter. I want to
Okay.
say in the first quarter.
All right. So first, if you haven't seen how the introductions go in the Detroit Pistons game, we're sitting in 2003 or 2000. It was like 2003 or something like that. 2004, 03, anywhere from 03 to 05.
Mm-hmm.
And we're sitting behind the basket. Fire was coming out of that shot clock. That shit was so loud.
Yep.
I just thought flame was coming out. It was a whole boom and everything. I've never experienced nothing like that in my life. Right? That's how loud it was.
Until later that night.
Until later that night. If we thought stuff was loud then,
Yep.
4 hours later, when we went to WrestleMania at Ford Field, now that joint was loud. But we ain't got to talk about that. That's another story. But yeah, we did all that in one day, right? So, it was the end of the first quarter. It was the timeout, whatever came, and my brother had from the moment my brother left us, he hasn't come back to us yet. So I don't even know what's about to happen. But it's either the end of the first quarter, and they make their announcement saying that a couple of people are about to perform, and all I know is that they said, "Oh, we're about to have a dunk contest." Right? And I'm like, "Oh, they about to have a dunk contest?" And I see him walking on the stage, and I'm like, wait a minute. This bro's about to perform in front of 40,000 people, bro.
Yep.
40,000 people at 7 years old. I was like, all right, whatever. And then I had to sit there and think about it. I'm like, wait a minute. I don't care who he's going up against in a dunk contest. We do this in the crib every single night. If we're not dunking in a hoop, we dunking in a clothes bin with socks.
Yep.
We're making a makeshift hoop somewhere in the house, and we just dunking. 7 and 13 years old, we just dunking, shooting anything that resembled the ball in the basket. We was shooting it. All right, we was dunking it. So I'm like, ain't no way he's about to go up there and have cold feet. I already know. So they show the three people that's going up there. It's him, another kid, and a girl. Right. So in my mind, I'm like, all right, like you already know the girl's gonna get extra hype because if she does it, it's at that time it's gonna be such a big thing. And she went, and the other kid went. The kid went. I think the kid missed his first dunk or whatever, but everybody still went crazy because he was young. And then the girl went and she dunked it, and everybody went nuts, right? And I'm like, oh man, everybody's loud, but they don't know. They don't know, all right? I don't know what dunk he did, but if you played NBA Live 2003, that's what that shit felt like, all right? From a 7-year-old. What do you remember what dunk you did?
I don't know. I think it was like a windmill or something. It was something. It got the crowd up.
He did a windmill, and that shit was clean. The ball went clean. I'll tell you, this is what we do in the crib. My mom used to scream at us because we were playing ball back then, right? So, he does it. When I tell you, shook the whole arena.
The whole arena got loud.
It was to the point where the Miami Heat turned around for his second dunk. Am I lying?
Yo, that's probably one of my favorite moments with basketball for sure, bro. For sure,
bro. So the first, so now it's the second round after he did his windmill. I'm sitting there. I'm like, yo, they just went crazy for that.
Mm-hmm.
That's not even half of what he could do on,
Yep.
you know. So I'm thinking he's about to go behind the back, between the legs or something. I don't know what he's about to do. All I know is he's done it before, and he's about to show you, right?
Yep.
So the girl goes up there, she dunks again. Everybody was hyped, but once they know the kid is from the Bronx, everybody want to see it.
You want to see
You
what
know,
he's
do you
gonna
remember what the
do?
second dunk was? Because the second one was when I'm
Yeah.
surprised fire didn't come out the backboard.
Yeah, I don't remember what that was, but I just know after that second dunk, man, they got up, man.
The Heat bench was going stupid.
They got up. Yep.
The
Yep.
Miami. This is what I'm telling you. This is not a lie. This is a fact. Mom has to find the DVD. The
Yep. I
Miami
did.
Heat with Dwayne Wade, Flash Gordon went stupid. The whole arena was shook. I never seen nothing
Yeah.
like it, to be honest with you. Honestly, I've had my own basketball moments. This was my favorite basketball moment of my life. And it didn't even happen to me.
Yo, that was crazy, bro. That was crazy.
Yo,
And then they did then the judges kind of like went by everybody and let the crowd make noise for who won. They went to the girl first. They went crazy. Then they went to the boy who was actually from Michigan. I remember that the boy was from Michigan.
the hometown hero, baby.
Yeah, they went nuts. They went loud for him too. And then they got to me, and I was thinking, oh, I ain't gonna get it because I'm from the Bronx, man. But sure enough, man, they
Yo,
they screamed. Everybody went crazy for me. I ended up taking that home, man. That was definitely a great moment, man. In my basketball moments, that's up there. That's definitely top 2 or 3. Um, yeah, man, that was. I didn't think you was gonna pick that, bro. I didn't think you was gonna pick
I
that.
know you weren't. I've been sitting on this for
Yeah,
days waiting for this.
yeah. I didn't think you was
I've been
gonna
sitting
pick
on this
that.
for days waiting for this. I was like, yo, I was just
Yo,
in the
it's
crib just
crazy,
chilling. I'm like,
man.
yo, I already know
Crazy,
he's not
man.
gonna think I'm taking it there. But let me tell y'all, when they called his name, the way that building roared,
Yeah,
I'm
man.
telling you, if you ever been to a basketball football game and you've been sitting in the bleachers and you feel everybody stomping,
Yep.
imagine sitting behind a basket feeling the floor shake from 40,000 people.
Yep.
I've listen. I'm telling
Yep.
you, this was my favorite basketball moment of him. This is my favorite basketball moment of me. It didn't even happen to me. I'm I'm speechless, man. I just hope mom got it on DVD still somewhere. I just hope she got it
Yeah,
somewhere in the
because
archive.
it's gonna be some non-believers in here, man. But we gonna shut them up when we get there.
Whatever.
When we get
Listen,
that
man.
DVD, man.
Listen. Like I've even said this earlier. One of my favorite basketball moments of myself was when I dropped 27 on the Nets court. You were there. That was the day
Yeah.
Paul Pierce tried to pull that funny business with you.
Yeah, that was the day he went. That's the day Rashid officially took over.
That's the day when Paul Pierce gave you the cold
The
shoulder.
cold shoulder. Yep.
He
That's when
cold shouldered
Rashid.
you
Yeah.
so quick.
That's
My
when
brother,
Rashid
listen, my
officially
brother
took
was
over,
pissed.
man.
That was before my game or after my game?
Before your game, when he
That
was
was before
warming
my
up.
game. And then my brother cried, yo. He was 7 years
Yo,
old. He
man.
cried. His favorite player at that time was Paul Pierce, number 34
Mhm.
of the Boston Celtics. And then he was so mad. I came out. I came out of that
Killed him.
locker room, dropped 27. Dropped
You
27 on the
killed
net.
him.
The Nets logo was on the court at the
Yep.
Meadowlands in New Jersey.
Yep.
All
Yep.
right. 27 in the AAU game before the Nets game. It was a real game.
Crazy, yo.
Yo, that was
Crazy.
that was my personal, but nothing trumps his moment, man. That moment, that was a moment, yo.
It's a good
That was
moment,
a
man.
moment. And
Definitely.
I just gotta take the time to say this, yo. Like, listen, you know, we've had the greatest mom in the world, man. She put us in a lot of positions to where, you know, we can always capitalize off of a situation. She's always taken us places that we never even thought we would be able to go to. We've seen parts of the world we never thought we would be able to see just because, she always put us first. So I just want to say shout out to mom. We love you. Thank you for all the awesome experiences you put us through, and that we continue to hopefully be able to share with you as we go forward.
100%. Couldn't have said it better.
But
Love
yo,
you.
that's it for the show. I hope y'all liked our little story time. Again, we're gonna just drop out 3 plays. My plays is gonna be Josh Giddey for 3 threes. But we're first gonna take Josh Giddey for 2 threes, so that's gonna be the play. The second play is gonna be Cade Cunningham over 9.5 assists, and my third play is gonna be Isaiah Stewart for exactly 2 blocks. Podcast case on you.
Here we go. Michael Porter Jr., 20 points. Wouldn't be surprised if he goes over that. Um, Ladder it all the way up to 30 if you like. And Donovan Mitchell, 23 points tonight. Those are my 2 locks for tonight. Let's get paid, guys. Let's get paid.
Let's get it. VIP, you already know what's good. Everybody else, risk is a down payment to success. If you don't take risk, you're going to be stuck where you at. That's where we're going to leave you at. All right, we out.
Later, y'all.